At the Grand at 92.9, and it's 8:52, and I have my buddy here, Ian Evans, who is about to, well, I guess in a week and a bit, is about to head to Australia and enjoy the climate, I'm sure, but perhaps in a slightly more adventuresome way than many people would enjoy and especially the area that you're going to, Ian.
Yeah, that's correct, actually, Vic. I'm going to be going from Perth to Sydney by bicycle, so it's over 5,000 kilometers, and I've got about 3 months set aside to do the trip, 2 months cycling, and hopefully a month of not cycling and enjoying the rest of the continent, you know.
Now, that part of that is over some pretty hot areas, like you were saying. What was the temperature, the 48 or something?
Yeah, it's 48 in the summer, and that's the Nullarbor Plain, or the Nullarbor Desert. That's about 1,500 kilometers, where there really isn't very much at all. There's a few roadhouses, a couple of gas stations. So that's a big challenge because it's very flat. And the big issue with cycling is the wind, and so I'm praying for a tailwind. I've done a bit of research, and this time of year should be a tailwind. But it shouldn't be that hot because it's going into their winter, so it should be 20 degrees, not hopefully 48.
Well, it's slightly different than Iceland, although there you had a bit of a problem with wind too, right?
Well, it was a different situation there. We went in the summer, supposedly the summer, and it turned into a winter trip with headwind on almost every day. So I'm really hoping it doesn't turn into that kind of trip. Absolutely.
Well, I know because I've got my daughter living over there now. She has said that, well, actually not so much her. She says this weather's pretty darn nice, and knowing that you guys are in the middle of winter and it's summer here, so they have 25, 30 degrees, but her boyfriend doesn't agree with that, who's the native, and he says, you know, we should be up 35, 36, that sort of thing, because he's a boarder as well. So.
Right.
So what other challenges do you, in that kind of a distance, 5,000 K is a long, long way to go. Do you have issues because you're going to be riding a lot on your own, right? So do you have concentration issues and things like that on something like that? Or I guess when you're banging along the road, maybe not so much. But.
Well, I think some of the challenges are, yes, the whole trip is on my own. The first few days I'm cycling with a very good friend from Perth, and then he has to head back to Perth. But the big challenge is twofold, really. It's just the day-to-day beating on your body of 100 kilometers a day, every day, and it turns into a routine, but also the bike. And really, it's a psychological thing, too, the concentration and the focus on the small goals, not the big goal, because if you try and focus on the end too soon, you'll psych yourself out. So really, it's focusing every day. Where's the next goal to get to?
Well, I was fascinated by you saying how you move parts for your car, for your bike, and food and things like that. It's kind of a unique idea, I think.
Right. Don't tell anyone about the car, Vic, as well. That's something I've got tucked on the side there. I'm joking. Actually, no. The first stop is the post office. Big box shipped down the road about 1,000 miles with some food and some supplies, and so really I don't have to carry everything with me, and that's part of the key, of course.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much, if you were trying to carry the food and everything else for that length of trip, would be just crazy.
It would be a pretty funny photograph seeing that on the bike, I think.
So I went 5K today.
That's right.
And the other really important thing about this is you're helping raise some money for Habitat with your trip to Australia.
That's right, absolutely. And anyone that wants to log on and track progress, I do have a travel website, and that is mytripjournal.com/Ian Down Under, and that's mytripjournal.com/Ian Down Under. And on there, there is a hot link to donate to Habitat. There's also a promotional video, and I'll be updating that blog whenever I get internet coverage, which could be every few days or every few weeks. And so I will be updating that. And anyone interested in that, send me a message on that website, and I'll hook you into the connection there.
And with any luck at all, you and I will chat on the phone.
Absolutely,
at various points on your trip.
That's the plan. And notice I say plan.
Yeah, you can never.
It depends where we are.
I was going to say you can never plan on things like that. Anyway, we wish you well. It's just an amazing trip and another wonderful experience for a guy that's had a bunch of them when he's out there biking around. It's incredible.
Absolutely, and I really appreciate being on the radio, Vic. Thanks for the opportunity.
Not a problem.
To keep a link among the 12 communities that we could share in the green way. To walk and ride and enjoy each day along that abandoned section of the Mississippi Railroad.